Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica, and in today's video I'm going through the new releases that are coming out in May, plus my May TBR. And of course I'm going to say, holy crap, I have to make a May 2025 TBR. So let's just go over the new releases and the books that I'm committed to read in the month of May. So starting off on May 1st, Ruined Vows by Stasia Black. It will be released in all formats, ebook, paperback, and audiobook. And the narrators are Sean Masters and Michelle Sparks. I've got an ALC from this and I gave it 4 stars. So then on May 2nd, The Things We Water by Mariana Zapata is going to have paperback and ebook. I suspect she'll put it out on an audiobook sometime down the road in 2025. Also on May 2nd is Capri by Indy Valentine. This is going to have ebook and paperback. She's new, so she probably isn't going to put it out on an audiobook anytime soon, but it looks really cute. It looks like it's going to be a vacation fling type of a book, which is a lot of fun. All right, so on May 6th is Charmed and Alarmed by Cleo White. This is book 3 in her Daddy Issues series. This is, I think, is the final book, and it's a smutty novella. It's going to be a good time. I liked the other two, so. Also on May 6th is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. This is her newest release, which is going to be a romantasy. I'm super excited about this one. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, audiobook, and ebook. I'm sure we all have gotten those pre-orders in by now because it's going to be a very beautiful edition. Anyway, the narrators are Samantha Brentmore and Jason Clark. On May 6th is going to be Jilted by Vi Keelan. This is a traditionally published book, so it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook. And the narrators are going to be Aiden Snow and Andy Arndt. Also releasing on May 6th is Riding the High by Paisley Hope. This is book 3 in her Silver Pines Ranch series. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Aaron Mallon and Thomas Oakley. Also on May 6th is Changing Tides by Lenny Mack. This is book 1 in the Cape May series. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are going to be CJ Bloom and Tim Page. Lastly, on May 6th was What Happens in Amsterdam by Rachel Lynn Sullivan. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, audiobook, and the narrator is Elizabeth Lamont. On May 8th is When We Break by Kristen Proby. This is book 2 in the Black Wells of Montana series. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are going to be Connor Crayas and Stephanie Nemeth Parker. On May 8th is Wicked Savage by Lillian Harris. This is book 4 in the Savage King series. And I don't know about an audiobook. Well, I think it is going to have an audiobook, but either it's going to come out on time with the release, and they just haven't announced narrators yet, or it might come later. I don't know. Then, moving on to May 13th is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. This is book 3 in the Skyland series. This is the final book in the Skyland series, I believe, and I'm very excited about this one. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Wesley Chabon and Jacoby Diem. I hope I said that name right. I kind of goof that name sometimes. Then on May 13th is A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle Jensen. This is book 2 in the Saga of the Unfated series. And it's going to have all the releases, paperback, hardcover, not paperback, but hardcover, ebook and audiobook. And the narrators are going to be Nicholas Salmon and Nina Yedis. I hope I said her name right. Then on May 13th is Dying to Meet You by Serena Bowen. This is going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook. And the narrators are going to be Kathleen Early, Caitlin Kelly, and Sarah Mallow Christensen. And then Rebecca Jenshak has decided to move her newest book up a month, and so Spotlight will be released. This is part of the Holland Brothers series. I believe this is the last book, which I think is like book 4. It's going to come out on May 15th, and it's going to have a paperback and ebook. I do not know about an audiobook. She moved it up, so I'm not sure if it's going to come later or not. I suspect it will come later. Then on May 15th is Hold the Line by Julia Wolf. This is book 2 in the Kelly Ranch series, and it's going to have paperback and ebook, and I suspect the audiobook will come later. That's been the case with Julia Wolf. No narrator news or anything like that, but it is coming on the 15th. Then, an audiobook release only, which I'm very excited about, is Fairy Tale by Veronica Lancet, is coming out just for audio. And the narrators are going to be Riley Kubera and Christian J. Gilliland. So there's a few that are coming out on May 20th besides Fairy Tale. The first one is The Love Haters by Catherine Center. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook. The narrator is going to be Patty Murin. Left of Forever is also coming on May 20th by Tara DeWitt. This is book 2 in the Spoons series, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, audiobook, and the narrators are Connor Crayas and Megan Wicks. Also releasing on May 20th, which seems to be a stack day as well, is Lessons in Heartbreak by Carla Sorensen. It's book 1 in the King series, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, audiobook, ebook, and the narrator is going to be Samantha Brentmore. Lastly, on May 20th, and I think this is the one we're all really anticipating, is Rewinded Back by Liz Tom Forty. It's book 5 in the Windy City series. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and it's going to have Megan Wicks and Connor Craze as the narrators. And I mean, this is what Rio's book. I think we've all been waiting a long time for Rio's book. So then on May 22nd is A Good Book by Julie Ann. I have not heard anything about a narrator or an audiobook, so it's definitely going to have paperback and ebook. A few really good ones are coming out on May 27th. The first one is Hidden Nature by Nora Roberts. This is a standalone romantic suspense. It's going to have hardback, audiobook, and ebook, and the narrator is January Lavoie, who is fantastic. Then Beautiful Venom is also releasing on May 27th, and this is by Rena Kent, and it's book 1 in the Viper series. I suspect it will have an audiobook, but I have not heard about any narrators, so we'll probably have that announcement later on. Also releasing on May 27th is Along Came Amor by Alexis Daria. This is book 3 in the Premise of Power series, and it's going to have paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the Seraphine Valentine is our narrator. Then on May 27th is Bracing the Storm by C.J. Reed. I've never read this author before, but it looked really good. It's going to have ebook and paperback. I don't know about an audiobook. Then lastly on May 27th is The Roommate Experience by Camilla Isley. This is book 3 in the Funny Feelings series. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook. The narrators are Josh Wickard and Kate Handford. Then on May 29th is Before You Go by Aurora Rose Reynolds. It's going to have ebook and paperback. I do not know about an audiobook. And then finally on May 30th is Goli by McKay Marie. It's going to have ebook and paperback. I don't think there's going to be an audiobook, at least in the near future, because audiobooks are very expensive to make, but hopefully one day she'll put all her books on audio. That would be great. So anyways, those are the new releases. Let's get on to my TBRs. Kind of cheating a little bit on my May TBR, I'm not gonna lie. So there is a readathon that is happening, I'm participating in, and it's the historical, I'm calling it historic, it's Ever After-a-thon. Crystal from Books Forever After, she is putting it on. I'm one of the co-hosts, and I'm actually very excited. This is going to force me to read some of the ones that are on my list that I have not gotten to yet, but I did cheat and put a couple of them on my regular TBR. So the ones that I haven't put on my regular TBR that I am committing to reading in this readathon is, other than the two, I'll talk about those in a minute, but The Traitor Witch by Marie Minstry. I had to look at her name and it was very small. But I'll also be reading using Fijo, I think. I don't know how to say it. Victoria Aveline, this is one of her books. It's on Hoopla and I can get it from Hoopla. So I'm very excited for that one. So on the rest of my TBRs, before my normal TBR, is going to be Judith Ivory's The Proposition. I was able to get this book. I really screwed up and did not, I looked for the Rendezvous book for Amanda Quick for April, and it was there, and then they took it off of audio. I don't know what happened to it. It was gone, but it was there. So yeah, that's fun. So anyway, but I managed to snag a copy of The Proposition by Judith Ivory, so I'll be reading that, and I'll probably be reading it sooner rather than later, just in case they decide to take it off. And then, of course, I'm going to be reading Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. That's just a big duh. It's Devney Perry, and she's writing romantic. I'm very excited. And, of course, I'm going to be reading Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. I love this whole series. Before I Let Go is one of my absolute favorite books from her, so I am definitely going to be reading that. I'm reading Dying to Meet You by Serena Bowen. This is on one of my TBRs. It's my suspense cozy mystery TBR. And I really want to read this book. I really liked the first domestic thriller that she wrote. So, and of course, it's me. I'm reading Hidden Nature by Nora Roberts. This is going to be June's pick, but I'm like, I'm not waiting till June to read this book. I'm going to read it probably the day it comes out because it's me, and I really love Nora Roberts. And then, of course, I'm going to be reading Rewind It Back by Liz Tomforty. Now I will say this, Shield of Sparrows and Can't Get Enough and Hidden Nature are on my new releases part 1 TBR for 2025, so all of those are on there. So I'm almost done with that TBR because we're almost halfway through the month. Then the next book on my TBR, and it's also on my TBR for the readathon, is Joanna Lindsay's The Magic of You. This is in the Mallory Anderson series, the next book I have to read, and I love the Mallory Anderson series, so this is I already have it downloaded. I've had it downloaded for about 7 months now, and I just haven't listened to it. I need to listen to it. Same with A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halley. I've been trying to read this for about a year now, and I finally am going to get to it, thanks to this readathon. And the last book that I am committing to, it doesn't have an audiobook, which is, I'm trying not to do so many audiobooks, but I'm failing in the month of April, but that's okay. There's just too much going on. Is Kat Martin's Night Secrets. This one is on the high seas. It's historical. It looks kind of piratey. I don't know. I think it's piratey. I could be wrong, but anyway. I'm going to read that. That's also on my historical romance TBR for 2025. So I have a couple of those that are on that because The Magic of You is also on that TBR. So Magic on You is on 3 of my TBRs. So the May TBR, my historical romance 2025 TBR, and the readathon TBR. So this book will be read. Anyway. So those are what I'm going to be reading in the month of May. Let me know what you're going to be reading, and let me know if I missed any new releases, because I'm sure that has happened. I've gone on and looked and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot about that one, or oh shoot, I forgot about that one. But anyway, let me know either way. And if you made this far in this video and you want to let me know that you're here, please leave me a pirate flag emoji, since it's going to be pirate themed in the month of May. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.